I think one thing that is amazing about God is that he's so graceful because all he literally wants, he doesn't ask us to be successful. He doesn't ask us to have all the money in the world, but all he wants us to do is just to seek him out. And I think that is just so graceful of him, you know?
And it just feels so right to like know that you're walking in the path that God wants you to. Like,
Yes.
there's something that like you get this feeling of just like gratitude of just like thank you for showing me like what is really my purpose and like
Yes.
thank you for giving me this life and just thank you for
This is
showing me.
tea. Hey, what's going on, guys? And welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Diploma, hosted by me, Lady E. Today, I have another great special guest. He is a recent A&T graduate, class of 2024. He is the founder of Campus Cargo. He's also the founder of Grailed Chrome, and he's also
Ooh.
a YouTube. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I just didn't expect the
Oh,
intro.
okay, let
Like,
us say.
go on, go
Uh-oh.
crazy, go crazy.
You know, I have to do my research first before I, do my interviews, you
Okay,
know?
yeah, thank you.
So, yeah, also founder of Grailed Chrome, and he's also a YouTuber. So, let's go ahead and give an applause for Ezra Evans.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you so much. Yeah, that was great.
Thank
Yeah,
you. You were
really,
surprised that I
did
said
good.
that.
Yeah,
Why were you
definitely.
surprised? It's in your bio.
Yeah, it's in my bio, but I don't know. I mean, I just you impressed me. That's it.
Oh, period. That's my
That's it.
job. That is my job. Okay, so first I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce yourself, your name, your age, your hometown, and a fun fact.
Okay. Yeah. So my name's Ezra Evans. Thanks for the great intro as well. Like,
Of
wow.
course.
Like you're on your like boss girl, like Shannon
Yes,
Sharp, like
I'm the
era. Okay.
host, honey.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah. So I'm 23. I'm from Greensboro, North Carolina. And fun fact about me, I would say, sometimes I get super caught up in my work, but I like to just stay like super quiet. Like sometimes I'll be in my room or like my apartment and like I won't say anything for like a super long time. So like I guess that's a fun
I don't know
fact.
why. That's not funny. Like,
Oh wait, you said funny fact?
no, I said a fun fact,
Oh,
but
okay.
I'm just saying, like you just said, yeah, I just won't say anything.
Yeah, I feel like that's a
I mean, like you live by yourself, right?
yeah,
So
I
yeah, I
do.
wouldn't say
I
anything
do.
either. Do you have pets?
No pets.
You should get a cat. I see you. Like, are you a cat person?
I thought about that recently. I like those Savannah cats that are like
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
My dad's an Aries. Hey, dad. Period.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
first, because like we just literally had homecoming. How was homecoming, Jiho?
Um, yeah, this is my first alumni Jiho.
Yes.
I feel like I didn't get out much just because it's just like I was in DC for work, like my corporate job from Sunday till Friday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I just got back Friday morning and I drove from the Charlotte airport all the way to Greensboro. And
Oh, you've had a long week then.
yeah. So right after I got off the highway to Greensboro, I did a pop-up shop at Noble Hall.
Okay, nice.
So we did that. That was good.
Was that for Campus Cargo?
Yeah, it
nice.
was. So we did a pop up there, and then Saturday I woke up and got a wagon and took it like a mile from like Studio 503 and went all the way to the yard with like all my stuff for the tent set up. So I was there from like 1 till 8 or so, and then just standing up the whole time.
Oh,
so like that was
wow.
like my Jiho basically. And then
Oh wow.
we tried to go out after, but like my
You were
legs,
exhausted. Yeah.
my legs were exhausted.
I'm already
so
knowing. So for people that
that was
don't
the time.
know, I did like I Get Trivia on campus with Jay. We did like the interviews and stuff, and that's how I originally met Ezra. We were doing the A&T4 episode, and literally when I first met Ezra, I was like, "Oh, he is so quiet, like he's just to himself." And then y'all, a few months go by. It's not Aggie Fest, but it's like around that time where people are going out. Do you remember where I seen you at that party?
Yeah. Wait. Was it the White Light?
Yes, y'all.
Yeah, that was the time.
I was outside. I'm like, Ezra? Ezra's outside. Like, that man be outside. He be having fun. I was like, yeah, Ezra, he's a cool guy. He's cool.
Bro, senior year, I feel like I just wanted to do stuff that like I knew I was never gonna do again.
Yes, you
But,
have
like,
to.
Not that like I won't still pop out a little bit, but
Like that college, undergrad experience.
yeah, like it was my last few months of college. I'm just like, bro, I'm gonna sit in the stew and like soak it in. I'm gonna go to the parties. I'm gonna go to the basketball games alone. Like I
Right.
used to pull up to the games alone, like
You
just
gotta do
my
some
last
things
time.
alone.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna just pull up. But bro, so many people actually come up to me and recognize me from that video. So like
Oh
that was a
wow.
good era for me. Like that was
Period. Shout out to
a good
Jay. Shout
time.
out to Aggie Trivia.
Indeed. Yeah. People walk up and be like, I seen you. Like you were in that video with the trivia, the Geo Do's and Notes video, and I'll be like, yeah, like that first week that we did that video with Jay, like I got walked up to at least 5 or 6 times.
Oh
Like people were saying that.
wow.
So yeah. I'm
Period.
still mad at it. I didn't get the collab post on that, but it's all good.
Oh, that is right. That actually didn't make sense. Why didn't you?
Nah, it's all
But I
good.
think it's like a max amount of like who you collab
Yeah,
with. I
there's like
think we
six
did it.
people in it.
Yeah. I don't know who we collab. I know we did it like with Jiho Do's and Don'ts.
Yeah, Jay was
Me,
like,
Lauren.
there's
Jay.
like sponsors and stuff that he had to like collab with.
Ah, right. It was so long ago. I don't even remember. It was so long ago. But
It's all
so
good. No hard feelings.
no
That was
hard
a joke, by
feelings.
the
No,
way. That was a joke.
you're on my podcast now. We can collab on this. Hello.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. Let's do it.
So you just recently moved to Charlotte from Greensboro. How was that transition for you?
It was kind of abrupt, but also just such a good feeling to get a fresh start. I feel like in Greensboro, I just felt so stagnant, just like with a lot of stuff. And I feel like Charlotte has allowed me to open up my creative side a little bit more. I was in school in New York for like 2 years, and I feel like there I was able to, I just got that like sometimes you just wake up and have that feeling of just like motivation, and I just don't get that in Greensboro ever. Like
Got you.
I lived off Spring Garden and drove like 15 minutes to NT, and like campus is cool and everything. Like I would get my best ideas in Greensboro on campus, but outside of that, just being in Greensboro is just like I was there for 21 years of my life, and
Right.
it was such a good feeling to get a fresh start here and live by the city, so that's kind of cool.
It's
Type of
nice.
thing. My lifestyle hasn't changed too much. But
Yeah.
like, it's good to just be in a faster paced city, definitely.
Have you like experienced like the city, like Noda and all that just yet?
Yeah, I've been to Noda a couple of times. I went to Second Street and got a cool jacket. not too
Okay.
long
I don't
ago.
even know what that is. I feel like I'm learning Charlotte too. Like the past like 4 years of my life I've been in Greensboro. So it's like I never got a
Yeah.
chance to experience like the adult part of living in Charlotte for real. So and one thing about Charlotte, I feel like there's always something like changing, something new is always coming up. Very much like a growing city for sure. Like, it's always been growing, but like now that like I'm out of school and like and I see it's like, oh wow, like I never would have realized this if I was like in school and stuff.
Yeah.
But I enjoy a little rooftop. I enjoy like Noda and stuff like that. Me and my homegirls, we go to Noda 101. You like karaoke?
Um,
No, you don't. You're about to lie to me, Ezra.
I'm into it. Like, yeah.
But they have like some cool like bar spots over there. Like it was cool.
Okay.
So
No, but yeah. I think it's definitely great just to be in like a changing city, like just like keep you like on your feet, right? 'Cause, like the traffic kind of sucks, and to like always run through like my car's like always going through dirt and like construction and stuff. But like other than that, yes, it's
It's
good to
dope.
be in a changing city.
That's good. So kind of keeping that track of like post grad life, how has that been like for you, like navigating that? Do you feel like you are figuring yourself out outside of, A&T? Has there been like some drastic changes outside of just like, your location and stuff like that?
As far as my post grad, I would say um, finding myself. I think it's good to definitely just take that time out your week to reflect on your progress of stuff that you have going on. With myself, I would say just finding that I just love to work, and if I'm not working, I feel like I'm not as happy, to be honest. I've had a couple friends to just kind of keep me like high spirited. So like I had a couple friends from Greensboro that moved down here, and they've been like stopping by and like checking in and things like that. I would say post grad definitely hits you hard though. If you searching for a job is also just hard as hell right now, and being able to just do anything and everything that you want to do every single second of the day, because like I feel like in college you feel like you're still like leased to like
Yeah.
the school, but like once you graduate it's like what are you really gonna do with your life? Like you have that ultimatum with yourself of just like, are you gonna actually get up and do something, or are you gonna like continue to just do whatever you're doing?
Right.
So
Be lazy.
yeah, but I think I've enjoyed my free time and my time alone, being able to just focus on my businesses, new things, always looking for something new to start, and yeah, I love just the ability to just create and just have a conversation with my friends that like, we're all just so like in tune with wanting to get somewhere. So like I'll have that just like realization like every week, like through a call, and just be like, okay, like yeah, it's time to like refocus and like reset. Like what's my next thing? Like I'm gonna just like continue doing. Think yeah, I'm yapping a little bit right now, but yeah,
No, I love a yapper. I'm a great listener
yeah,
and
that's
a
about it.
yapper.
Without yapping too much more, that's about it.
But yeah, so you mentioned, like your creative side, like your business stuff like that. How is Campus Cargo going? Well, first, before we get into that, can you elaborate on what Campus Cargo is for the ones that would not know what that is?
Definitely, definitely. So I started Campus Cargo 2 GHOs ago, if you know what that is. So yeah, 2 years ago. And I wanted to just create something in the collegiate apparel market, specifically for Auntie first, that was in tune with, I felt, what the students are really wanting, and also just colliding like stuff that's never been done before. So I'm big on just innovation and new designs. But yeah, so Campus Cars, it's a collegiate apparel company for Auntie. And wait, what was the other part of the question?
Just like what it is, talk about like who's on it, stuff like that, the inspiration behind it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, so we started with the first shirt 2 GHOs ago, and I actually started with my friend Amir Blackwell. So it
Mm.
would be a disservice to not mention him for as much as work he did for me. He's the owner of Hype Clinic and Gladmouth
Oh, I met
and
him.
Social Sauce Club
Yes.
and Lux Black
Oh
Trucks.
wow. Period.
And yeah, so he's got a lot going on too. He's really probably one of my bigger inspirations. Like from like we were in high school and I was like a freshman. He was like a senior, and him and like Sedarius, and yeah. So he teed me off to like I had the idea for the hoodie first, and I always wanted to just like create something for Auntie in terms of just like clothing. So he teed me up into doing the T-shirt, and he put me on to just like how I can get some bulk shirts and help me get my store started. And really, there was no store or anything. He pretty much just helped me get the shirts printed and everything for Geo. So I took a bag and a Z-Rack from my mom's office, and I rode all the way down towards like Laurel Street, like half a mile with
Mm.
just the bag. And I was only out there for like a couple hours, and I sold like 50 shirts, the first GHO. And then, but yeah, so right after that, we got back to the Hype Clinic, and he's just like, you gotta start the Instagram now, right? Like, it's,
Yeah.
this is time to like just go ahead and capitalize. And he was like, I was gonna stop after that, when he was like, nah, like you got it rolling right now, like you gotta keep
Keep
it
going.
flowing.
Yeah.
So he helped me create the name, to be honest too. Like I was working at Hype Clinic at the time, and we just blurting names back and forth to each other like across the store. And yeah, so I created the Instagram, and he helped me set up my store, my Shopify, and started like that. And then I wanted to do the next product, and I did the hoodie, and I did the hoodie in like June of the next year, and it didn't do too much numbers. But
What? The
yeah,
ANT4?
yeah, it didn't do really like it didn't
Really?
do well at first, but um, through just like a lot of promotion, shout out to Danae too, if you know Danae Lauren, she's been a great
Oh
help
yes. Yeah.
with the HBCU apparel market. I feel like with the hat, there was no one that did the series patch for the Celebration
Can you
Bowls.
show the camera? Like,
Right. So
yeah.
did the patch for the fitted, and I feel like it had never been done before in terms of just like how many celebration bowls we won. So I got the idea. I was in New York actually. Like my homies in New York, they wear fitteds a lot and stuff like that, and I was kind of like leaning into that. So colliding that with my love for ANT, and I'm always just like relating stuff back to like Ye and Virgil, but like the 3% rule, like Virgil, like take your 3%, or take something you really love and add that 3% in terms of just like creating something. Yeah, so that's my like I guess short story of Campus Cargo, but also Chris from Ant, Chris Bailey, he's been a great help to me. I don't know if you've met him before, but
The
he works
name
with
sounds familiar.
yeah,
Again,
he's off the grid. He's off the
Okay,
grid, but
so
I'm gonna give him his flowers if he sees this too. So he he's worked with me on some designs that we haven't put out, like maybe 4 to 5 to 6 designs that aren't out yet. But
nice.
he helped me do the welcome tee, and I got that idea off like seeing just like vacation style shirts, like stuff like that, and wanting to do a shirt with like the map and on it, stuff like that on it. So Chris helped me make that. He helped me do most of all the graphics I've ever posted, and some more dope stuff that's gonna come very
That's
soon.
dope.
But yeah,
So that was my next question. So like, do you have stuff coming up like on the way? And you
um,
ain't gotta spill the beans, but
yeah, definitely. I have a new colorway for the fitted very soon.
nice.
I want to announce that, and what else can I say? Yeah, yeah.
Because mind you, this
Let's just
this will
say that.
come out no next month, like maybe like middle towards the end of November.
End of
So
November. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this should be dropping. Like the next color of the fitted should be dropping around that time. So if you're seeing this, check
Okay.
back on the Instagram.
Yes.
Check
Period.
back on the Instagram for the next colorway, bro. It's gonna be dope, and
Yes, that's
I'm
exciting.
excited. I
Yeah.
think this is just like leaning into. I feel like I've touched maybe 5%, 6% of like what I've already wanted to do for
Hmm.
Campus Cargo. So like after the new colorway, we're leaning into like 8 or 9% type of thing,
Okay.
and there's gonna be accessories for the fitted too.
That's dope, and it's like branching out of outside of just like clothing and
Hmm.
apparel, but like a table or a chair or
Yeah,
rug,
yeah,
towels.
indeed.
Okay, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah, indeed. Just like that, but yeah, I just love to create and innovate
That's
and
dope.
do dope stuff. It's so
Yes.
much fun. Yeah. But yeah, that's it.
So how was it being a student, going to class, curricular activities, whatever you were like involved in on top of, like having like your own business? Like how was that balance for you?
Hmm. Um, I would say being a full-time student at NT, being able to create wasn't entirely hard. I was an intern too, though, so I
Mm.
would do my internship in between classes, and I feel like a lot of the conversations and creative work that I do happens to happen at like 7 to like 2 in the morning. So like, and during the day, I'm still just my regular self. Like, sometimes I'll edit during the day, but like, I don't know. I like to get all my like in-person stuff done. So like, being able to run around and do my errands and go to class, do my internship work. I used to like cut my grandma's grass and stuff like that,
Hmm.
and maybe hang out with my friend right quick on campus. But then like 6, 7 o'clock, like I might go to the rec and get a workout in. Like I used to run track, and I was definitely doing it my last couple years at A&T, but I haven't
You
ran in
ran
a long
track for
time.
A&T?
No, 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 no,
Oh, I
no,
was about to say, did I
no,
miss something?
no. So you can run unattached basically
Oh,
as a track athlete. So like
nice.
you could technically you could sign up for an event, and like
Oh, wow.
after you get a time that's good enough, you can use that qualifying time to then go compete at larger events if you want at
Wow.
any that
I
accepts
did
you.
not know that.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
But yeah, then like after I do that, leaving the gym, shower up, it's like 7 to 8 o'clock. Then I get like really motivated to like,
Period.
wait, hold on, like I gotta do
Yeah,
something right
let
now.
them
Like,
cook. Let
yeah,
them
I gotta start
cook.
cooking. I like to get on Illustrator, and a lot of just like thought processes. Like during the day, it's like I'm in my notes, like on my phone. I'm
Hmm.
just like I'll be in class and I'll just see something, and I'm like, I got an idea right quick,
Yeah.
and I just like have a huge note sheet of just like hella stuff, and then at night I'll take the note sheet and like condense it. Okay, like what can I like take from this and like start
Hmm.
on something else, and like what would be the best thing to start that would like make the most sense and be the most strategic like in this moment. So like that
Hmm.
type of thing.
Do you have
That's
like
about it.
certain goals for yourself? Um, let's not even say like for your brand, but just like in general, like just being like in your 20s right now. Because I feel like one, being your 20s can feel like just like a lot of pressure because we're like
Mm-hmm.
baby adults. We just like came out of school. So do you feel like you have like a certain end goal, or is like there's a certain like end game or like certain things you're working towards at the current moment?
Um, yeah. So short-term goals are really big to me. I feel like because I feel like a lot of people say something like, "Oh yeah, I want to do this." I'm like, "Oh, in the next few years, bro, like I'm gonna do this." And it's
Yeah.
just like being intentional with like your current moves is like very big to me. So yeah, my current goal is just like I like to think very short term in just terms of like, okay, this week I need to do this list of 10 things for Campus Cargo, and then I want to do like 2 YouTube videos, and I have one YouTube video I need to edit still from like the week prior or whatever it is.
Mm.
And then let's just say in terms of design, like, okay, I know I got to reach out to Chris, like ask him about this graphic, but then like I'm also sketching something for him to work on, and it'll just be like, how much could I really see myself getting done? And I like to be realistic, but also like whatever I feel like I can fit in, like I'm just gonna
Mm.
just try my best to do it. Like just being a complete workaholic, like working is my fun. So like
Okay.
I'll wake up and I'll just like, okay, today I have a list of just like set things I know I have to do, but then it's like there's opportunity to still fit in like 5 to 6 things that like could get started on. Like I work for Scaled Agile, and it's based on agile is based on like team environments and
Mm.
like iterations, and like each iteration you have 4 a year, and you take each iteration to plan what you're going to do for the quarter with your whole
Oh
team.
wow.
So like I feel like I'm using it like in my personal life a little bit,
That's good.
but yeah, so it's just like not in the term of or style maybe, but just okay, like so we're latter part of this year. This is quarter 4. Leading into October, November, December, January. What in this quarter can I feel like be put into in progress, backlog? What can
You're
I
good.
put backlog, in progress, completed, and just like there's like a mental version of it, but
Mhm.
like I don't have it completely here and ready. But like in progress now would be like the new products, all my videos that I'm editing, and then like backlog would be like all the notes of just like everything that I want to do and
Mhm.
feel like it could possibly be reached once I get a little bit more free time. And then completed would be like Jiho, the release of all the other products,
Right.
YouTube videos I've already posted, and yeah, that type of thing. But I kind of got lost into the question. Wait, you said goals, and then
Honestly, I love conversations like that where you don't remember what I asked and you're just yapping. Like
yeah,
I honestly love that.
yeah, a little
But
bit.
but I feel like you did answer the question, so I'm gonna move on to the next question. So, what has been your biggest obstacle and then your biggest achievement? And this can be related to, school, your
Hmm.
business or whatever, or just your personal life.
My biggest obstacle, my biggest achievement, my biggest obstacle. I would say my biggest achievement would just be graduating, because in terms of my job, that's my main stream of income right now. So I'm just
Gotcha.
super grateful for my company, meeting my boss on LinkedIn, having that internship, and then converting it to my full time job, and
Nice.
just like how much love I got over the past week. They really showed out. Like they gave me door to car to hotel door service with like a
Oh,
black truck,
nice.
and like
Okay.
yeah,
Ooh,
so yeah,
luxury.
I'm on the events team, and like they gave us like a suite hotel and like at this resort. So
Oh, you living that life, Ezra.
but yeah, I'm super grateful for that. That's like my biggest achievement, I guess, just like converting my internship to a job and graduating and
Hmm.
just all that in together. Um, my biggest obstacle, though, I would say in my personal life, I tore my labrum in my hip
Mm.
in college,
Oh
my second
wow.
year.
Oh
Yeah, so
wow.
that's part of the reason I transferred. But I had surgery last October, and I didn't know what was wrong with it completely from April all the way to October 2023. So I was going through therapies and things like that, and, like didn't know what I needed to do. But I ended up getting an MRI in like August of last year.
Mm.
And they're like, oh yeah, so we see it's torn.
Wow.
The options for repair would be surgery, and it's not invasive, not super invasive, but it was through microscopes. So they went in with like two microscopes in my hip
Oh
and
my
like
God.
repaired it and like sutured it up and closed it. But
Jesus.
yeah, so that was maybe a little bit too young life. But yeah, that was my biggest personal obstacle. And then as of recently, at least, and then I would say coming out of high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I'm just super grateful for my coach in New York, Kimberly PR. She gave me a scholarship to go up there and compete, and I met so many great people. It just like really changed my life, to be honest, to go up there to New York. And a lot of people have unfollowed me since then, and
Oh
like
wow.
kind of like stopped talking to me. But like even just like the smallest interactions, like I feel like when I meet people, like I try to just leave like an impact like every time.
Yeah.
Like even if it's just like somebody like at Jiho, like walk up to the booth, just be like interested, but like not really interested. Be like
Mhm.
have that small talk conversation. Just be
Yeah.
like, yo, like what's your name? Like, oh you got NC, like what's your major? Like, damn, like
Connections are
congrats on
so
that.
important.
hmm But leading back to just like high school, my biggest obstacle besides my surgery, just like after high school basketball and graduating high school through COVID, I didn't really know what I wanted like to do. Like
Mm.
I had an idea of just like I just want to keep competing. Like I want to try to walk onto the basketball team.
Right.
Like I want to try to transfer from this school and go D1, and like I want to get rich, obviously. But like leaving high school, it was depressing, just like in terms of just like not knowing what to do.
Mhm.
And also high school is just an even bigger drop off of just like the people that you actually speak to. So like high school basketball, I was on the team from 2014 to 2020. I had just a team of guys like that I really like was always with, and not having that, like it was definitely a big turn of just like, okay, now you got to figure out like who you are type
Yeah.
of thing. And it was depressing like through even senior year, like I didn't play. So like I was like not really the coolest guy, like didn't really talk to that many girls.
Mm.
Like I was just like doing whatever. Um, but yeah, I think it was just like a moment in time like where I was just a little depressed of like I don't really know who I am type of thing.
Yeah.
But like I don't know if I still know that, to be honest, but things have gotten better, and
Mhm.
like I like the way it's like uptrending a little bit.
Yeah.
So like
I think that's the beauty of life. Like we were this one version at high school, then we were probably multiple versions, the past 4 years at A&T. And then so now we
yeah.
come out of, this community where we were embraced at this HBCU, and now we're like having to find, or I guess identify this other version of ourselves outside of what we just, finished experiencing. So
hmm
there's beauty in the journey for sure.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely. Just seeing yourself grow and develop. That's what like every day is about. Like I feel like if you're not getting up and trying your 1% better, like you're
Yes.
doing your body and yourself a disservice. Like just in terms of just getting up and not having like a set list of anything. Like even if it's just like, okay, I'm gonna clean all my stuff up. Like I'm gonna get to my job and like actually give my best effort, and
Mm.
like I'm gonna like make meaningful connections, like you said. Like even just something as simple as that, it's just like that's like the
Mm.
way to go with life for sure.
And honestly, I live by knowing people and like having connections, because I'm not gonna lie. I think one of my biggest obstacles throughout all my 4 years of school is not having an internship.
Yeah.
Because everyone looked at me, it's like, oh, but you're Lady E and you did radio and you
hmm
you were Miss the Queen and you did this on campus. And I was just like, yeah, but it's not enough. Like I didn't realize how competitive my major was until like I actually like I've been applying for stuff since freshman year, and even coming out like to my senior year, like feeling like I had the accolades and I feel like I had everything to show for it, and it's like still not getting it.
hmm
And thankfully, I am in a job where my mentor who went to A&T knew someone else that also went to A&T, you know, worked, somewhere, and they were like, just look into it. And even though it was not something that I heard about, knew about, or even initially wanted to do, it was still within my major. and I
Mhm.
work from home, so I, I like that
Yeah, that's
luxury,
lit.
honestly,
Yeah, I do that too.
and it that pays for what I want to do. So I feel like it would be different if like I just stuck to that and like didn't try to still invest into myself.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to find the beauty in like certain things, and you sometimes got to do the things you don't want to do. But I think that's just like a part of the journey.
Yeah, definitely the silver lining and everything. But
Yeah.
in terms of you, do you feel like
Uh-oh, not the
um
questions being turned on the host.
yeah, just like how do you feel about working corporate and like what do you want like in terms of like your next trajectory of life?
As far as like working in corporate, well, I work for a nonprofit. So I like nonprofit work. And again,
Mhm.
like it's still like within my major. I'm actually doing things where I wasn't necessarily doing it, in my department at school because I was, I did 4 years, on air personality for the radio station. Did some stuff like Aggie News. I did Aggie Trivia. Had my own YouTube channel.
Mhm.
I'm not the writer type, but I had to get into it with this new job. But I do like mass emails and set up meetings and come up with different ideas for nonprofit work. So it's different, but I do like it, and it's like still within my that credentials of my major.
Yeah, for sure.
However, as they're asking me like, what is it I want to do? All my life I said I want to be famous. Did I know like what exactly for? No, because I always felt like, and that's why I love Ariel. Ariel's the episode before this, but she's so multi-talented, which is why I interviewed her because like, how do you do all these things and have time for all these things? And I'm the same way. Like, I love to hear myself talk, which is why I started a podcast. When I was in school, I was in the dance team, so I love to dance, and I still currently dance now. When I was in high school, I was like on an adult company dance team, and we traveled and stuff like that. I did like a few music videos and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, I enjoyed radio, interviewing, and stuff like that. Um, I was a theater kid all 4 years of high school, so I have my minor in theater,
Mhm.
which is why I'm like so theatrical and like have so much personality. So all these different things I'm still very much interested in. It's now finding the time of what I can use my time and money to invest into. So
Yeah.
currently, like, and that's one thing I had to realize. I was like, I want to do all these things, but I need to pick and choose when and how exactly I'm going to invest into it.
Mhm.
So the first thing is this podcast because I feel like this is what I'm more so called to do, and I feel like I'm really good at it. However, though, you'll see me on tour with Chris Brown at some point. But also that comes with like with training, that comes with building that portfolio, that comes with, you know, taking those classes in Atlanta or going to LA.
Yeah.
And also like I still love theater too. Like I love theater more than just like regular like commercial like TV. And that's just because it's so much work put into theater, and I love that like theatricalness.
Yeah.
But I could definitely do both. So I definitely still want to invest into like taking like theater classes and stuff. But it's kind of like a slow grind because I'm also very invested into just like my overall well being as well. So I'm balancing like work life, podcasts, my spirituality because I am a woman of God. So putting God
Amen.
first, um, becoming more close. I mean, my relationship with God is already amazing, but just becoming more closer with Him in that process of figuring out what He wants me to do and just having a listening ear for Him. So the next following steps, I still take dance classes now, but like continue to do that. But taking that extra step and seeing like, okay, like what's next? Because I did a pageant in school, and that was like an amazing experience. Not just like the winning part, that was cool, but I thoroughly enjoyed showcasing like my personality and like my talents like on a stage.
Yeah.
So that's really what I want to do. I just want people to see that like she can really do it all. I
Yeah.
want to do like some TED Talks and speak life into people. So
Mhm.
yeah.
No, you got it going for sure. This is the start. Like I feel like a lot of people shy away from their beginnings because they're just too scared to like
Yeah.
put their self out there and like have that 0 view video
Yeah.
or have that 20 like post. And
Mhm.
it's just like getting over that is like the biggest hump. And also it's just like dope to hear that like you do theater. I've never heard of that.
Yes.
My brother, he actually started what he does through theater. Like I remember
Nice.
he was like 13 and did his first one, and he started like that to get into like acting and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So it sounds like a good trajectory for you as
Yes,
well.
thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all will see me on the TV screen soon. My mom, and she was just like, Lena, I really think you should just get into news. Just do it for like a year. I'm like, Mom, I cannot. Like, I don't think people really understand what goes on behind the scenes just for you to watch the news, like
Mm-hmm.
just on TV. It's so much that goes on. And I'm not going to lie, I don't have the brain capacity to find a story every day. I just don't.
Well,
Like,
you have
it's,
to find stories every day.
yes.
Oh,
You gotta write it, you gotta
It's like
produce it.
academics.
Yeah, it's so much that goes behind it. And that, like, honestly, by the time I got to my senior year, I was like, I am not a news girly. That's why, but I can't say that because I am. Like, I know how to do everything. I know how to report. I know how to make a package and do everything that needs to be done.
Hmm.
But that's why I loved like doing radio so much because it's just audio work, and I
Hmm.
like to hear myself talk.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. I feel like just a little bit back to what you were saying with just like starting your own thing. Like this is it right here.
mm-hmm.
Creating and doing everything yourself. You're gonna put yourself in a position you would never even imagine. Just like
Yeah.
don't stop, literally, and clip all this. Like clip everything you can on all platforms and
Hello.
just run it like that. You're gonna be great.
That's the
But
goal.
yeah, also just like with being into news and creating stories, like I want to be able to like I keep up and like I don't want to have to find a story every day, but like I'll have reactions to stuff and like I
Mm-hmm.
want to be able to do like streaming to like
Oh
where I could just
yes.
like I'm on the call with my friends and like we just like chat it up just like this and
Mhm.
then clip it and like put it on all of our platforms
Yeah.
and just like going over little medias and stuff like that. But I had to unfollow like Shade Room, World Star. It's just too much. Like I
I
don't
feel
care that
that.
like Ice Spice is like beefing with like
Lotto.
whoever. Like it's too much, bro. I
No,
can't
yeah.
do
I
it.
definitely think there needs to be more raw and authentic platforms instead of just like the drama, because I feel like that's the problem with the Black community now.
Yeah.
Some things are just not as serious, or some things are pushed out and it's like not as realistic, and that's where like people start to do the comparison and
Hmm.
depressed because, oh, but she looks like this, and it's like, is that even natural? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about your perspective on things.
Yeah, 100%. It
Yeah.
definitely is.
Cannot believe you just threw questions back at me like that. I'm the host, Ezra.
I
No, I'm
feel
just
like
playing.
this the vibe, though. Like have your
No, I
little
like that.
segment
I
too.
do wonder sometimes, like when I have these interviews, I'm like, I wonder if they'll ever like ask me. I always envision myself like at one point I'm gonna be in this seat where I'm being asked the questions.
Yeah, yeah. You're not like just a host face. Like we want to hear your
Thanks,
story. We want to
thanks,
see your opinions,
thanks.
type of thing.
I matter.
Yeah,
Period.
definitely. We want to hear more from you.
Thank you. So let me see. What questions do I want to ask you next? So I think I touched on a little bit of just like I mentioned, I'm like a woman of God and stuff like that. And I think one of my biggest things while being in school was making sure I had a continuous and growing relationship with God, because of course growing up in church and stuff like that, but I also feel like you need to have that choice in wanting
Hmm.
to still include him with that. So, you know, one, of course I need to ask, like, are you a man of God? I don't want to assume, you know what I'm saying? So are you a man of God? How is your let me not say how is your relationship with Christ, but more so how is that balance for you now, like outside of school?
Definitely, definitely. Just giving thanks to him every day. Even just waking up, like just knowing that like it is crazy just to the fact that like you go to sleep and like sometimes like people don't wake up. So just
Yeah.
like the luxury of that and just like recently, through just like all my gratitude of just like waking up and looking at my dream apartment, like my car and just like not that that's like the pinnacle of like oh like I'm this and I'm that, but like just appreciations of little things. And also just like even before this, like I didn't have a car earlier parts of like last year.
Mm.
I was living like in my grandma's like hallway like room last
Oh
year.
wow.
So like praying through times like that, like for my family members and that type of thing. But yeah, I'm definitely building and just learning more about my relationship with God. I feel like growing up in the church with my uncle Jimmy, he definitely instilled that into me a lot, and I just like to sit and just, I guess like I would categorize it as just like just reading. Like I have the Bible app, and I like to read my verses. Like I on my trip to Canada in August, I just sat and worked on my I guess my skill of just knowing the books. Someone had mentioned to me just like about my name, I think in TSA, and I've always wanted to start reading the Bible. So I was just thought that like meant a lot, and it was like I feel like there was some silver lining and just like hearing that at that moment. So it
Mm.
just inspired me to reopen the Bible app. My friend Jalen Joyner, actually, one of my best friends, he's super religious, and he always gives that reminding to me. I think even earlier today, he texted me what he say. He's gonna kill me too because I probably didn't text him back. I suck at texting. He said, "Y'all boys have a great day. Don't be afraid to ask God exactly for the things that you need, and thank Him in advance."
Amen.
That was this
What's your
morning.
friend's name?
Jalen Joyner. So yeah,
Shout out
thank
to
you for
Jalen
that,
Joyner.
bro. And I
Yeah.
didn't text him back. But
Respond to Jalen.
yeah, that was at 8 a.m. though, so like that was in the latter parts of like ripening the crusties at my eyes. But yeah, Jalen is like, yeah, he's a special individual for sure.
Yeah.
I think him and Shaq coming into my life, like I transferred from Western to Piedmont Classical, and I think that was like a major point of just like sometimes you relate stuff back to God, like, and not that like, how do you say, just that like there's no way that like the higher power doesn't exist, like
Right.
being able to meet people that meaningful in your life, and just like the coincidences, but like I guess it's not coincidence because it's God.
Yeah.
But like his birthday is the day before mine.
Oh wow.
Like we're born the same year, and like we just click it like hella, and yeah, meeting Shaq, like us three, we were just together like all the time throughout high school, and what was I relating this back to?
Just God.
yeah. So,
but it sounds like, not to interrupt you, but it sounds like you definitely value like the connections that you have made and like your friendships. Like they definitely seem like a part of you and like who like makes, you know, Ezra, you know, so that's nice.
Yeah, definitely. I'm so grateful and blessed for my friend group and my support system, and yeah. So I was saying something about the TSA story, but then I just started ranting about my friend Jalen. But
it's all about you, Jalen.
yeah. So early August, I was on that flight, and I just started reading the first book as well, and just wanted to read the book where Ezra was mentioned, just to like be knowledgeable about it. And I think that's my most recent story of just like my faith and like my connection with God. But I definitely don't feel like it's where I want it to be, but working on it and praying every day. And I think that my grandma as well, she sends like the reels and stuff of like
my mom,
a pastor going crazy.
Yeah, my mom is my mom is a deacon in training, so like she's always sending me stuff like all the time. But it's like, girl, like this. But thank you, Mom. I greatly appreciate them. Do I watch all of them? No, because it's just so many.
You get a lot for sure.
But I do watch the ones that are necessary. And also my grandparents on my dad's side are both pastors and stuff like that. So it's good to have like that upbringing. And I think one thing that is amazing about God is that He's so graceful, because all He literally wants, He doesn't ask us to be successful. He doesn't ask us to have all the money in the world. But all He wants us to do is just to seek Him out. And I think that is just so graceful of Him, you know?
And it just feels so right to like know that you're walking in the path that God wants you to.
Yes.
Like, there's something that like you get this feeling of just like gratitude of just like, thank you for showing me like what is really my purpose, and like thank you for giving me this life, and just thank you for showing me. Yeah, for sure. Amen. We like, just waking up and just like, wow, okay, so like thank you for just like allowing me to like go down the street and like get this gas in my car and just like, whatever it is.
The small things matter.
But yeah, amen to that.
Yes,
and,
amen.
Yeah, super grateful for just everything that's happening.
Let's do a little bit of this right here. Look at your camera. There we go.
Wait, what is this? I've never seen that.
It's just clock and tea.
Oh, okay. Okay, bet.
Okay, so I do have one more question for you, because we do have to start wrapping up. So what is some advice you would give to younger Ezra?
No, we gotta stop. No, I'm joking. Younger me. I feel like I was always depressed, bro. Like nobody really like knew, but like I feel like I was always underweight, and like it really got to me a lot. And like I'm grateful and blessed to be able to like know that like I'm gaining and things like that now. But like younger me, just like know that like life is gonna get better.
Yeah.
Cause like shit used to be hard. Like high school, like not necessarily like stress of just like bills and stuff like that, but like knowing that like the end isn't at like 16. Like
Mm-hmm.
life is gonna be so much more than that. So like staying patient, um, staying hungry, be dumb, have fun,
Mm-hmm.
like that type of thing, and just that, yeah, stay patient, have fun. Um, Life is not gonna be over, and you're able to do great things. And like I
Yeah.
know that I kind of started, and like I would just tell him like, don't be afraid of like people's opinion. I think that was another huge thing for me, like
Mm.
worrying about what other people thought about me, and
Mm.
like it halted me from doing a lot of stuff, like even YouTube. Like I would be like afraid of like, oh, like girls are gonna see it, and like here's the guy with like 40 YouTube views, that type
I
stuff.
feel
So
that.
like if I could just tell myself, just be like, bro, like stop caring about people, like. And I
Just
didn't
do it for
learn that
you.
until like 18 for
Yeah.
real, but like that type of thing. And just confidence is everything. I feel like I never had confidence when I played sports. I never had confidence like in social settings. I didn't have confidence in the classroom. Like
Mm.
so, being able to just tell myself that like you can do it, and like you're
Yeah.
great, and like you're gonna be great. That type of thing.
Period. And you are. Look at you.
Thank you, thank you,
Yes.
thank you so much for that.
That was great. Of course. Let's clap it up. No, let's
Thank
do
you,
some snaps instead.
thank you.
Snaps. The snaps.
Snaps for you too, bro. This is
Thanks.
great, and
Thanks.
excited to keep watching. I didn't watch podcast until like high school, but like I dropped off when I got super busy. But
Mm.
definitely keeps me sharp. Like
Yeah.
I like deep thought conversations and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
we'll have to venture out into like an episode where we just get onto like Joe Rogan type of vibes.
Yes.
Like sit here, like take a couple shots and like just talk about like the most random stuff. Like
Yes.
I was with my coworker Adam Mattis, and we were at the bar.
You be
Like
throwing these people whole government names out.
oh, my fault, my fault. He's such a great guy though. Like he's one of my inspirations too. He started a company in the 90s where you could sell vehicles online. It was one of the first
Wow.
ones, and he sold that off.
Mm.
And he does great things. So
Nice.
yeah, he inspires me a lot too. But yeah, so I was at the bar with him. We were just talking like right before an event that we were hosting in DC, and we just started talking about like aliens and like
Yes. Please don't get me started.
like Red 40 and like candy.
Please
and, like,
don't get me started.
Yeah,
We will be here for another
we
hour.
get deep, bro. I like the deep conversations. So
I'm
just
like
bring
so
it.
invested into like, okay, no, I can't. I just can't. Like Ezra will be here forever. Like,
Bro, you need just start a stream and literally like have people just pull up and like do like a 10-hour session. And
10
like,
hours is crazy.
bro, I'm telling you, bro, listen, like on a weekend where like you're not even gonna be doing that much, like get
Tight.
up and set up your stream and like have your homies come through and like you're doing the same thing that you were already doing. It's just that like now you get to make content out of it in terms of like, okay, we're gonna sit here and have these conversations. We're gonna watch this game. We're gonna watch these highlights. We're gonna talk about this
Just regular,
tea
regular.
that you want to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
and like clip all of it and like put it on all your platforms, and it's gonna be
Start
just
your
like a great
stream
time.
and then invite me.
I got
Okay.
you, yeah.
Yes.
I'm already on it.
Period.
That's my next thing too.
Sure, period.
I'm about to gotta get my PC set up and everything, but
Okay.
I'm enjoying the design process of my space, like trying to get like my living room straight. And, like, I'm gonna put my stream, like I'll move it sometimes into my living room, so like if people come over and like I want to have like a hookah and like
Okay, a nice
some
little vibe
vibes.
setup. Okay, it's giving lounge.
yeah. So you have to
Yes.
pull up and
Yes, let me know for sure.
we could like talk just pop culture and stuff.
Yes, we can definitely do that. I said Shapirius, so I want you to say it too. Shapirius.
Shapirian.
Yes.
That's the new thing, bro. You're hip.
It's not
like-
it's not new. It's old.
okay.
But
I'm so out the loop.
it's I have not said it in so long, but I'm about to start bringing it back. I should have said it in the other episode with Ariel. I said period so much in her episode. I should have been saying Shapiriod. But Shapiriod. This was really good. Let's do some more snaps.
Yeah, it was a great app, bro. I'd love to be back.
No, yes.
I started a pod one time in college, like with my friend Will, Will
Nice.
Sylvester, since we're shouting out everybody. We're
And the
shouting
social
everyone's
security
name.
no.
Right, Will Sylvester. But yeah. So it was called Culture Commotion, and it's
Oh,
ironic
I like
that
that
like
name.
yeah, it's ironic that Campus Cargo got the double C name too, and I didn't
Ah.
even name Campus Cargo. So there's another thing. There's
Mm.
another fun fact. If I didn't give one
Yeah. I like
earlier,
that connection.
but yeah, I didn't name Campus Cargo. Amir named Campus Cargo, but we started the pod Culture Commotion, and it was my friend Will. It was like a 58-minute episode. And
Nice.
our mics like weren't even plugged in. Like, we were in the lounge of our dorm room, and like I tried to do like the mixer, and like
Yeah.
we had one camera angle, but yeah, it was like not the greatest thing. But
But at least you can come back and like it's a memory. Like it's
yeah,
something that you did. You
that's the
tried
best thing about
it.
YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
Like I want all my homies to do YouTube and all my family members, because it's just like years down the line. Like imagine you could look back 15 years from now, and be like, your mom had like 1,000 YouTube videos. Like that's the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Like what? Like if my mom had auntie content, or
I'd be like,
even in 2009, like I remember my mom's 30th birthday. Literally, she had an auntie student come and babysit us. Shout out Ashley Withers. So shout out to Ashley, bro. She was our babysitter, and it was my mom's 30th birthday. She came to our house to watch us, and yeah, just back to if my mom had a 30th birthday vlog, like
wow.
that would be
that'd have been
something
tough
to watch.
Yeah.
For sure. So YouTube is just like so cool, bro.
Yeah, I do like YouTube.
I wish I did it way earlier.
I wish I would put out more content when I was in school. I just hate editing.
Bro, I'm telling my homies at Auntie,
I really hate editing.
Auntie is the blueprint for any type of content.
No, yeah,
or
if you're
anything
Auntie,
you want to do.
Yeah.
If you're at Auntie and you want to do content and you're not doing it right now, this is
You
your
need to do
sign to
it.
get up off your
ASS.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you need
get
to-
right, because
yeah.
it's like, bro,
And it's like I'm glad I did it, but I still have so much content, and that I still plan on putting it out. But I'm gonna do like a Throwback Thursday like type of vlogs and still put them out, because I feel like it was. I'm still gonna put it out because it's not like it's 5 years old or anything like that. But I just didn't have the time. Like
Yeah,
I just
bro.
had so much going on, and then what makes it worse was that not having storage. Not having storage will completely turn me off. I'm like, yeah, I don't even want to do it no more. Like,
Yeah, editing is something for sure.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for my job because they just gave me a new laptop.
Nice.
So like I had a 2020. Shout out to my dad, but he got me that. But 2020, I have a 2022 now with like a better chip,
Yeah.
and I have 500 gigs. So like I can.
And it's
edit.
yours, or do you have to give it back?
I've heard from someone that after, even if you get fired, you get to keep it.
Oh, okay.
But like,
Okay.
yeah, so I think I'm gonna get to keep it. It's not technically mine right now.
Got
but
you.
yeah, they were pretty much like, yeah, you don't have to only use it for work. Like if you want.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, if you want to use it outside.
Let me
of
apply
that,
to your
it's
job.
cool. So yeah, that's great too.
Nice.
Yeah, love that for sure.
Period. Ezra, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah,
I
thank
greatly
you. I don't want it to
appreciate-
end, bro. Can we?
I
Let's do
know.
another hour. Let's do another.
This was so much
Let's
fun.
talk NBA, bro. LeBron James and Bronny. What's up?
I love them though. That's so cute. Don't start, because we really will. People start yapping seriously. But shout out to Bronny and LeBron James.
Bro, yeah,
Y'all
we
are
could do
lit.
this for like hours.
No, literally. That's why.
So-
Come
so
on.
lit.
That's why I literally have a podcast. Yes.
I'm so great. I'm
You
so
gotta come
happy
back for
you, bro.
sure.
Like this is great. Like
Thank you.
I don't know if you guys can see this, but like Elena's a true boss. So
Period. Coming from
you're
Ezra.
my newest inspiration too. so.
Yes. You gotta say the whole government.
Oh yeah. Elena White.
There
Thank
we
you
go.
so much for inviting me to the pod. It's gonna be great. Lady E, shout out to you. Your
Yes.
flowers for just being such a boss, graduating,
Ah,
podcast, YouTube, icon host,
stop.
radio host,
Stop it.
fashion
Please.
icon.
Stop. I'm getting more into fashion. I feel like I'm changing it up now. Okay, see. Ezra, he has to leave. Like he has
Let's
to
talk
go.
about it, bro. Let's talk about
He
it.
has to go. The time is up. Here, let me.
Oh yeah. That's your thing.
We need to cut it.
That's dope too.
No, I do want to get some chalk next time and definitely write some stuff on there.
Yeah, you got it going, bro. Shout out to you.
Thank you.
And
Shout out
thank
to
you so
you.
much for inviting me again. This
Of
is great.
course.
And,
Definitely going to bring you back
I hate
again
has
for
to
sure.
end. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Beyond the Diploma with Lady E. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share with your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your granddaddy too, the cousins. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
feel your hand moving